Best 2025 planner. Hello everyone, this is Ahmed Dan. Today I'll talk about the Moleskine 2025 planner which I just got. So whenever I'm getting something paper, the first thing I do, I actually smell them and I like the smell of the paper. So today for this year 2025 Moleskine planner, I'm going to do the review a little bit differently, and I'm going to compare 3 different versions of Moleskine planner, and I'm going to show you some practical examples. How can you use a paper planner even in the age of electronic or digital note-taking apps? So let's start reviewing the Moleskine 2025 planner. The first thing I'm going to show you what's inside the Moleskine 2025 weekly planner. Now this is usually the same like every other year, they don't change much. So here you have just like a place to write down your name and address, and if you have any reward to give in case it's lost or found. Then you have kind of a blank page, and then here you can put your personal information. However, I never put anything here due to privacy reasons, because if it gets lost or stolen, I don't want anyone to know all the details. What you can do, you can just put in your email address so someone can contact you without revealing too much personal information. And here, let's see what else you have here. So this is 2025 calendar, and this would come in very handy if you need to find out what specific date or week, or if you want to plan your vacation. So I use for that purposes. And then here you have a kind of a squared month overview for every month starting from January to December. Now this section, what happens, I would usually just write down V here if I have a day off, or if I have very important appointment, then I just write down Dr. DOCTOR. So it's kind of very brief overview, and this comes in handy. Now let's move on to what comes after these pages. And also you can see here that you got 2026 calendar as well, and then you have here ideas and goals, and then you have travel planner or travel planning. So that would come in handy as well, but I never used it yet. And then here I think you can just my extraordinary moments this year, make this space your own at moleskine.com template. So I never use these sections, and I never use this dotted space, but some of you may do, but I'm not really 100% sure how to exactly use that. But I don't have any rules. You can just do as you like. And then here there's a nice little map where you can jot down your countries you're visiting and or something interesting. So there's no rule, you can just put whatever you want. And then we have a ruler which is right here, so that's kind of a unique feature. And then we have legend right here, and then basically that's all we have. And then from here where the actual notebook starts, and if you go to the end of the pages, you have a few blank pages. And then let me just take a look here. So notes, what is the last page? So here there's just some inspirational quotes and the history of the company. And then this one, they give lots of stickers every year, but I feel that I don't know, I don't use that. Some of you may do, but I think this is kind of a waste. If someone is using it, maybe it should be just one is good enough. You don't need all these stickers. So every year I end up using nothing at all. So I'm just going to put it back. Now let's look at the differences between the hard cover and soft cover. So this year I plan to go with soft cover, and if you take a look at 2023, I had a hard cover. 2024 I had soft cover. Now the reason I like actually soft cover more than hard cover, because this is more minimalist. So this one much easier to put it in your pocket, and when you're traveling, a lot easier to carry and it has lesser weight. But if you take a look at this, this is a little bit bulkier and it takes more space in your pocket, although it looks much more durable. But the thing is, this is just for 1 year and the soft cover is going to last good enough. You don't have to actually need that type of durability with hardcover. So for that reason, I switched to soft cover, and most likely I'm not going to be buying hardcover anymore. So that's the difference between soft cover and hardcover. Now I forgot to mention that there's a flap right here, and you can just put it on a specific date or month or anything you want, and that way you can easily find it. And I think there's another kind of a ribbon, and that one is also for that purpose. Actually, sorry, I think I reversed it. So this is where you can put it the date or month you want, and this one just kind of close it, so that way it's not going away from each other or dangling. So this is a very good feature. Now that was the difference between the soft cover and hard cover. Now what I'm going to tell you, I'm going to just show you some differences between different types of Moleskine weekly planner or daily planner. So the one we are dealing with right now, this is called the Classic 12-month weekly horizontal planner. Okay, so that's the name of it. And this one here, you get when you open the book, then you have the whole week in front of you. So it starts from Monday and it ends on Sunday. So you have the whole book or whole week in front of you. Now I'm going to tell you which one I like most and why, but let me just go to the other styles. Okay, so I'm just going to put this back here. So this is the weekly horizontal planner. Now this year you can see that weekly horizontal daily planner, and I think actually this is the same. So this is just the hardcover. So I skipped the word daily. So weekly horizontal daily planner. So these are the same thing. Now this one actually is a bit different, and it's called Classic 12-month weekly planner. So the difference is here is that you get the whole 1 week on one side like this, and you get blank space to jot down your notes for each day on other side. So it continues throughout the notebook. So now I tried this actually it was last year, and I didn't like it. The reason I like this one, the weekly planner or weekly horizontal planner, because you have the whole week in front of you and each day has its own space. So for me it's much more easier to handle this way than you're looking on one side for the whole week and on other side for just for taking notes. I never ended up using this side, and it kind of just feels kind of weird for me. So for that reason, this is my choice, or this is my favorite format of planner, which is the weekly horizontal planner or weekly horizontal daily planner, same thing. Now there's another format which is called just simply daily planner. Now I bought this in 2023, and what is this is that each day has its own page. Okay, so this is not a good notebook for planning purposes or just take a look at a glance for each week, because you are just looking at every day, and I didn't actually like this at all. But this could be a good if you're using this as a journal or diary and you want to just write down your ideas, notes, or what you did, or just write down something for every day of the week or of the month, then this is a very good format. But for me, I didn't like this, and this one is my choice, that whenever I'm opening the notebook, I'm looking at the whole week at a glance, and this is very good for any planning or any appointments or anything. So this is my choice. Now I'm going to talk about a little bit how I use a paper notebook, because everything is electronic now. You have OneNote, Google Note, and so many other different type of electronic notes on your phone. Why would someone use a paper note? The reason I look at it, the way I look at it, I actually use this for very important planning. So for example, I'm just going to show you a little bit. Whenever I'm doing a vacation planning, this is how I use it, and it comes in really handy for me. because I can see day by day what I'm doing for each day, what trips I have to book, what I'm supposed to do. So that way I like it actually a lot better on a piece of paper, on a paper notebook, than electronic. So this is one of the main way I use a weekly planner. And let me see if I can show you guys something else. And you can see that here I have vacation starts, dentist for this date, and vacation end, back to work. So I use it that way, and this is kind of my Philippines planning. And you can see that I exactly know which day I'm planning to do what, okay, and which day I have the flight, which day I have everything. Although I have entered this on electronic notebook, for example, Google Notes or Microsoft OneNote, but still I like to see something visual right in front of me, which I can touch and hold, and I like it that way. For example, here you can see that leave for the airport, flight at 1:45, Manila landing at 11:45. So 2 nights, 3 nights, so all these are written. So this is why I still use notebook. Even there's everything is electronic these days, and you can have probably hundreds of different types of planning or notebook apps on your phone, but still I like the paper, and Moleskine is the #1 out there. Or maybe there are some brands which are more expensive than Moleskine, but I think this is the one of the top ones. And I enjoy using their products. Now I don't have any affiliated links, no nothing. I don't do any affiliation, or I don't take any money, or no paid, no sponsorship, no nothing. So whatever you're seeing are completely honest and unbiased. Now the last part of the review is the fun part. I was kind of thinking, how do you actually how do you pronounce Moleskine? And I was checking some videos, some articles online, and looks like different people say different ways. Some people say Moh-le-SKEEN, Moleskine, Moleskine. I think there are other variation I cannot even pronounce. So what I found out a little bit, that this is originally an English word, and the original pronunciation is Moleskine. I think it's Moleskine. And then when it had some French influence, it switched to Moleskine. And I think that's most common right now than Moleskine, but not Moleskine, but Moleskine. You kind of say E. But the older version of pronunciation, which is originating English, is you kind of omit the E, you just say Moleskine. But now it's Moleskine. Now, definitely what I'm saying is completely wrong, but it's okay. This looks like what I can gather for you guys. But anything you have seen so far, whatever I have told, if you disagree or if anything is wrong, definitely leave a comment, and for others to take a look at. And also, if you have other ways of using these notebooks, or if you're still using electronic notebooks or apps or paper notebooks, and why, just leave a comment. And there are lots of actually viewers who go through these comments. So whatever you're writing or leaving a comments, then everything else, it might help someone else, and that's the way it should be. So that was the review of my 2025 Moleskine Weekly Horizontal Planner, and hopefully I'm going to see you guys again next year if I do not come up with any other planner this year. But thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.